Hi everyone, welcome to Sweet Pieces Inspirations. My name is Sydney and today we are going to learn how to do the Tunisian Crochet Waffle stitch. This is going to be a simple 2-row repeat and you are going to need to know how to do the simple Tunisian crochet stitch along with the reverse Tunisian crochet stitch as well. Now to set this up, you will have a multiple of 2 or any even number will work. And you will go ahead and do your foundation rows, which is after you have gotten your chain completed, you will pull up loops through them chains, and then you will do your return pass. Now, once you have gotten that completed, we will go ahead and work on row number 1. And as always, the stitch that is on our hook is going to count as 1. So we'll go into the next stitch and we are going to go into that vertical bar. And we are going to pull up that loop or go underneath that loop and then pull up a loop. So that is a Tunisian simple stitch. And to do a Tunisian reverse stitch, which is going to be our next stitch, I typically with the reverse stitch will kind of pull that stitch up a little bit and I will turn my work counterclockwise. And this isn't the easiest stitch to work with, but we'll go up underneath that loop. Sometimes I do try to manipulate that stitch a little bit, but go up underneath that loop. And again, this is a reverse stitch, and then just draw up a loop. So we are alternating between a simple stitch and a reverse stitch. So again, a simple stitch, we will go into the next stitch. We are going to grab that vertical bar and then we are going to just draw up a loop. So that is a simple stitch. And now for a reverse stitch, I pull that stitch up a little bit and you are going to go from left to right, unless like the simple stitch, we go from right to left. With the reverse stitch, we are going from left to right. So you're pretty much grabbing that stitch backwards to the simple stitch. So again, I'm going to grab that stitch and I'm going from left to right like that. So it's going to be kind of twisted. And then we are just going to draw up a loop. So again, a simple stitch, we'll just go ahead and grab that stitch and then we will draw up a loop. And for a reverse stitch, again, I will kind of pull that stitch up a little bit just to manipulate it a little bit. And I'm going to turn my work counterclockwise and I'm going to grab that stitch from the back side pretty much, which is left to right. Again, it can be a little bit of a pain to grab that stitch. It's not the easiest stitch to work with. I'm going to go ahead and draw up a loop, and we are going to continue doing that for the rest of this row until we have reached the end. Now, once we have made it to the end, that very last stitch, we are going to go into that chain 1. So I'm doing my last stitch, which is a reverse stitch real quick. So before you get to that very end, there is that chain 1 and we are going to go into that chain 1 grabbing both vertical bars and draw up a loop. So that is our first row repeat, and you will do a basic return pass, which is a chain 1 and then pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2 until you have reached the end of your return pass. So again, that stitch that is on our hook, that is going to count as 1 stitch. So for row number 2, Where we did a simple stitch for the first row, we are now going to start off with a reverse stitch. So go ahead and go into that next stitch and do a reverse stitch. Usually that first one is a little bit more tricky. And then just pull up a loop. And in the second stitch, which is going to be a little hidden, it's going to be a little bit more sunken in, we are going to just do a simple stitch. So again, we are going to just alternate between a reverse stitch and then a simple stitch. Again, that stitch is a little bit tricky where it's a little bit more sunken in, and just pull up a loop. So again, a reverse stitch, we are placing our hook into that stitch from right or left to right. So we are going pretty much on the back side of that stitch, not the back side of our work, just the back side of that stitch. And then do a simple stitch. You'll just continue repeating that until you have gotten to the end of the row. And you should leave off right before that chain one that we are going to work in. You should leave off with a simple stitch. And then once you have made it to that very last stitch, which is that chain one, we are going to go into those 2 vertical bars and we are going to draw up a loop. Now our return pass is going to be the usual, a chain 1 and then pull through 2. Pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2 until you have reached the end of your return pass. So that is how you do the Tunisian crochet waffle stitch. You'll continue repeating that until you have reached your desired length. If you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to email me. My email will be down in the description box, along with my Facebook page and Ravelry page as well. But I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time.